Well, I'd known that Terry was ill, and I saw him on Sunday night, and his illness had taken a turn for the worse. He'd had an infection. So I sort of went up there and I kind of said goodbye to him then, and he was lying out in the bed. But I suppose hearing, the final news that he's you won't really see him again, or even attempt to talk to him again, that's sad. I've known him for so long, it's been such a part of my life for so long. But I kind of said goodbye. I've said goodbye on several occasions now, really, as this dreadful dementia has taken him down.
Because he lives quite fairly close by.
He lives. I can walk up to his house in sort of half an hour or so.
So you spent quite a bit of time with him. What was it like seeing the dementia take hold? Well, it was very distressing. Because Terry always had this great energy, this great enthusiasm. He threw himself into everything he did, and he was full of sort of enthusiasm. He talked to people about this and that and have ideas about this and that. And I noticed around about the time of the O2 concert, when Monty Python did their last concert, really, that Terry was beginning to quieten down a bit. And I was suspicious of this because Terry was never quiet. He always had lots to say. And that's when I noticed then that he was beginning to have trouble remembering his lines. And again, this was so unlike Terry. He was the ultimate professional, usually, always knew exactly what to do. And, from then on, I realised this wasn't just an occasional thing. This was something that was going to be with him, really, for the rest of his life. And it was just a question of seeing how it developed. And for a year or so, it was fine. He went to see him, we'd go and have a drink together and all that. Then after that, his movement became restricted, his speech became restricted. And that was very, very sad. So it would change from, one week to the next. Sometimes things were good, but mostly things were going downhill. I mean, what was it like working with him? You think Terry Jones and you think laughter, silliness.
Yeah, no, he was terrific. He had all these things. He was a very funny man. But he was also very interested in lots of things. So we just have a wonderful time having a drink and talking about almost anything. He, as you know, he didn't just do comedy. He wrote serious academic works on medieval writers like Chaucer. He wrote absolutely wonderful children's books, the Knickerbobbinus and the fairy tales. So there was always something going on, with Terry, which made him a most wonderful companion.
And he liked dressing up, namely women's clothes.
He liked, yes.
And also not dressing up, no clothes at all.
No, that's right. Yes, Terry was very sort of, he would do anything that he was asked to do, however outrageous. And it was like that was his attitude to life generally, be open, be honest, share things. And if there was a scene that required a stuntman, Terry would say, no, I can do it myself. So I've seen him fall out of trees and almost break a bone or two. Yeah.
What will be your fondest memory of him?
Well, there are just so many. I mean, the one or two things I remember of Terry, the physical comedian. He was brilliant physically. And I remember he did, in 1964, there was a university review at Oxford called Hang Down Your Head and Die, which was sort of put the case against capital punishment. And Terry played the condemned man. And he just had to, he was in a cell, and he just had to conjure up this cell by touch. There was nothing there, and he was brilliant, the way he felt his way around this. And by the end of it, you were convinced you were seeing bars, and there were none there at all. And the other great one is something which I think is not remembered very much, but I thought was just so brilliant on Monty Python. He played the great escapologist. He was going to play 1812 while escaping from a sack, various bonds, ropes, and Terry did it absolutely brilliantly. I can't imagine anyone ever doing that quite as well. He kind of rolled up to the piano, bong, managed to hit the first chord, bong, hit the second chord, bong, 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 got the next, and out of the sack, and within about 35 seconds he was out. And doing da-da, just terrific.
You've known Terry most of your life, since you were 19, 20, from your university days. You saw him just as recently as Sunday. What is life going to be like for you? How are you coping with all of this?
Well, I was prepared for it, in a sense. I knew that, you know, Terry was going downhill and we weren't having quite the same relationship. But the fact that he's just not there to physically go and see and give a hug to or a kiss or whatever, that's going to take some getting used to. I knew that the condition he had, you know, was fatal, and we're all prepared for that. But I think now I'll just take some time, take in all those memories of a very, very long period of my life. It's like anyone you've known for a long, long time. One of the great things about it is you can talk about so much, and I mean, I could talk about anything over a period of 60 years. There's no one else like that apart from my wife, really. So I'll miss that, and I shall miss seeing him and holding his hand and remembering just what a wonderful, wonderful friend he was.
Michael Palin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.